We are joined by ASHER. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Gemma?
That's good. I'm good, thank you. You've got your debut single, Go Backward. How excited are you?
I'm super excited. It's such a new experience, like to be able to put out a song as an artist and having it like all of these months of building up to it and like creating it and sculpting it to be like the best product is amazing. So I'm really, really excited for people to hear.
That's
Yeah.
so awesome. It's such an amazing song. And obviously, when you release your debut single, it's like the first time that's ever going to happen. So it's such an amazing single
Yeah.
to release.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot.
And what was it like working on the song?
It was a real joy because this is one of the songs where I literally was dancing the entire time I was making it. Because yeah, it's all self-produced, written and sung, recorded right here under my bed. It's really really cool to have like seen it from start to finish as it kind of evolved and grew into what it is now. And yeah, just making it the best thing possible, but just at the end of the day it's that feeling, and being able to kind of share that with the world is such a awesome blessing.
That's so exciting. I love as well, like, obviously, you've produced and wrote it yourself and you sing on the track. That's such an amazing skill to have, like, all 3 of them, because that way you
Mm,
can, like, just do things in your own time. It's really cool.
exactly, yeah. I mean, that's what 8 years of producing will do, because I started when I was 11, and since then just been growing and growing. And so to be able to be in a position where I'm able to have that independence and really have complete creative control is really really cool to have.
That's so awesome, and I love as
Yeah.
well, like, I've seen your post that you've been working on a music video. How was it
Work,
doing it?
yeah, working on a bunch of visualizers for each of the songs. So I have an EP that will be coming out soon as well, which is all the singles are going to be tied to that project. And for each one of the songs, there are various kind of visual things that I did for each one of them that I'll be putting on YouTube and Instagram. So yeah, it was really, really cool. It was like 10-hour shoot to do everything.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were going at it, but it was really a lot of fun.
That's so exciting, and I love, like, obviously, you've got your, debut EP coming out. What was it like working on that?
Well, yeah, it was such an interesting process because for me, like as a creator and been doing this for like so long, I've never really put out like a full-on project together. And so the approach was so different from just making random singles or making random songs. So it was way more like thought out and way more kind of strategic from my end, because I really am all about being a storyteller and someone who actually tells like a really important narrative. And so the EP itself, like you'll hear, it seamlessly ties together. Each song is able to transition into the next. And so it's a whole storyline. It's very, very intentional with how I wrote it, produced it, and touched on all the different kind of subgenres of Afrobeat. Um, and so yeah, it'll be really, really cool for people to hear the entirety of that project.
It sounds amazing because, like, especially when you listen to, like, an EP or an album start to finish, like, when
Mm,
all the songs connect, like, it definitely takes it to the next level, so I can't wait to
right.
hear it.
Right. No, I'm so excited. And I tried to make it as cool as possible, as easy to listen as possible, but to really dive into some deep topics and deep subjects. Cause, I'm not about just talking about the more superficial kind of stuff. Like, I really want to go into what it means to be a person, what it means to love, what it means to be kind, what it means to really like look into oneself. And so that's what this project really is about looking into myself and kind of reevaluating what love is and how to navigate that. And you can see through the whole project how my mind's changing and how I'm growing.
I
Yeah.
love that, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so awesome, and that's out in July, so that's not too far away.
July 2nd. Yeah.
That's so cool,
I
and
know.
how did you get into music as well? Like, where was that moment where you're
Mm.
like, "This is what I wanna do"?
It's definitely like a whole lifetime kind of thing, because my mom, she's always been playing piano and singing throughout the house, because she leads worship a lot at church and always sings around the house, and we always play music in the house. My dad he's Nigerian, British Nigerian, and so his kind of cultural background, all of the stuff that we were fed as children. There was like hip hop, R&B, Afrobeat, all of that. And then my mom's side, more classical stuff, contemporary, jazz, like all these different things. So musically, my ears were like always filled. And so when I was 11 years old, I encountered GarageBand. And through GarageBand, I was just kind of doing the whole loops thing and piecing that together. And everybody's done that. But there came a day where I was like, that's not mine though. Like I want to make everything. And so from that day forward, I created everything that I could with what I had. And like, I'm always using my pianos, I'm using my computer, I'm using all these instruments and all these things to bring forth ideas that I have and to really create worlds. So at a very young age, I think I was introduced to music.
I love that, especially like different like your mom and your dad listen to different kind of musics as well. It's really
Yeah,
cool like how like you're bringing all like everything, the advice they've given you and everything all into your music. It's so cool.
exactly. Yeah, it's awesome because it means that there's just so many things I get to play with now.
Hmm.
And there's no real limit to the genre or how it's mixed together, what the rhythm is, what the feeling is. And that's a real blessing for sure.
That's so awesome. And you grew up in England in Brighton, where actually I used to go on family holidays. My family still goes there and
Yeah,
stuff like that. And then you moved to
yeah.
LA. What was it like moving from the UK to LA?
Man, it was hard. It was hard for me because I was about like, most people don't really remember what it was like being 5.5, 6 years old. But for me, like my brain is so good at remembering the things that I went through when I was a kid. And that was a really difficult thing because my parents moved out here for work and I didn't really have any say. And I was at that point really establishing like friendships and really feeling like connected to my home. And so to be taken out of that was kind of difficult for me because I really felt like an alien in a different country. And so it was hard, but it definitely enabled me to grow and to really figure out what it meant to be an individual in a completely different place and what it meant to, you know, be ASHER.
Yeah, exactly. And the opportunities you've got as well from like moving from England, like to
Mhm.
LA, like everything you're doing, like everything is meant for a reason. It's yeah, so cool you're doing
Yeah,
this and you got your debut single. Yeah.
yeah. No, I can definitely affirm that. Like, there was no way that would ever happen if I stayed in England. Because I mean, the English mindset is very much a closed kind of mindset, and I could sense that, and that's why my parents left. Because they wanted to get to a place where they could have that freedom to grow and to really dive into their careers and all that. And it kind of just also happened for me, and a lot of things kind of happened and fell into place through real hard work and diligence and putting in those hours to be able to be in a position where I get to do this. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a start to something huge, like
Maybe we can go back.